Oh, hello there. Welcome to a video some of you sickos have definitely been anticipating. Except not that one. Not yet. I am not mentally prepared for that video yet. Today we'll be looking at Gator. Wait, really? I gotta censor that now? Isn't even that bad. Censoring it makes it sound worse. It sounds like I'm saying Gator cunt. Ah well. Gator Gents. A group of bored office buddies who had created a channel from an era when anything went on the internet, and just about anyone had a shot at making it big on YouTube. Unfortunately for them, they made it about 10 years late. Much like Lusik, Gator Gang created content which might have been somewhat entertaining in 2005 or so, but by the time they launched their channel in 2015, the content was drowned out by funnier, better produced, and better thought out content. Just as a single example, 2015 gave us Hair Cake. Hair Cake, bro! But it's hard to fault anyone for wanting a piece of YouTube's juicy pie. This was considered by many to be its renaissance, in a time when many of today's biggest channels got their start. In a different, perhaps better world, Gator Team would have been one of these channels, but sitting at 6.5k subs and views ranging from a couple of hundred to a few thousand per video, it seems that never happened, and probably never will. But if we're looking at raw numbers, this is still me punching up, so what do I really know? And as a side note, we'll see how much punching I end up doing. All I truly know right now is the tale of the Gator, which I will regale you with forthwith. The oldest visible upload to the now renamed Gator Crowd channel is this, uploaded to YouTube on January 9th, 2015. Over 3 minutes of Gator dancing, uninterrupted, to Rebecca Black's Friday. When I say Gator was late to the party, I mean it. This does appear to have been the original first upload to the channel, although the channel never got enough attention to be cataloged on Wayback Machine. A small part of the iDubbbz Kickstarter crap and a follow-up video from the Gatorades, titled Haters Gonna Hate, shows a slew of now missing uploads, though the dance video cannot be seen, but it being the first of his uploads would be confirmed in another response to iDubbbz. We'll talk about that one later in the video. Their whole business, really starting at the beginning of 2015, is also corroborated by Gator's Facebook page. The first photo posted on it from the 20th of March, 2015, and showing Gator high-fiving he who shall not be named. You must accept it. The group had also created a Vine account, which now lays barren, but from a compilation uploaded onto YouTube on May 30th, 2015, it's clear that this too was started around the same time and was active throughout the beginning of the year. The second upload to the Gator Reich channel truly upped the ante, replacing one dancing middle-aged office worker with several. This had been posted in April, and the immediate follow-up video is their response to iDubbbz, which obviously suggests that in between those two videos is a lot of removed content. And in between them also came the Kickstarter. Launched on the 5th of May, the project is as dry and barren as the content was. A single paragraph in the description advertising the channel, and indeed confirming that there had been much more content there. A single lazy line in the risks and challenges section, a single reward tier offering a t-shirt, and a single video of the group's stellar improv skills.
Really? I mean, have you ever drank with a Hispanic person?
You, yes.
Right? Like, I'll give you 3 examples. Alright, and this is not going out to being racist, alright? But here it is, a black person, okay? Give me my Hennessy and Coke. Boom. Take it easy, start brawling and shit. Somebody looks at the girl, beat some shit up, okay?
I have no idea.
White people, they're just there to get white girl wasted.
Hey, you watch it. You don't say anything about white people.
iDubbbz's response to the project came on May 15th, and Gator State gave their counter-response on the 20th. Link to both can be found in the description below.
Maybe I can open up my heart and say, okay, we trust you, iDubbbz.
Mistake. That's what happens when the Poon doesn't consult the Gator.
Because I'm not here to simply retell what you already know, to repeat the jokes already made. Instead, consider my words a cautionary tale. Because I watched every single fucking Gatorpoon and Gator video, start to finish. That's over 13 hours of Gator, 13 hours of self-inflicted torture, and I don't know, maybe Stockholm Syndrome by the end of it. What took Gator 7 years to put out, I subjected myself to over a single weekend. My mind is Gator, my flesh is legend. I try to scream, and Poon comes out. The following is then the story of my journey. The first 3 videos are some of the best known. The 2 dance videos, then the response. Not that much to say there anymore. But the next video right after that, I do have some things to comment on. Masterful fight choreography and acting aside, the Fight of the Century video actually jumped in quality when it came to editing, with an effort to add gags in post, the use of multiple cameras, phone cameras from cameramen you can see in the video, and also a fat guy just sort of in the background, but it's the thought that counts, and overlay effects. I'm not going to lie, it actually managed to get me to crack a smile at the end. Then came the first Haters Gonna Hate. I won't comment on these videos for the most part, but it did become a consistent enough series on the channel, spending 16 episodes of the group reading off comments left by haters, most brought to the channel by iDubbbz, and trying to riff on them. The approach mostly involved self-deprecation and dry, boring delivery, and didn't garner much appreciation from viewers.
From Patrick Baldwin. That awkward moment when you realize grown men are acting like 8-year-olds and taking it seriously. This coming from a Baldwin.
What? Snap.
Snap. Got you.
Then came a Vine compilation. Don't watch that. And then, on June 12, 2015, Gator released the first video in the series I personally would call really trying to ride this iDubbbz thing somewhere. On its own, that's nothing to really dunk on him about, and something most people would try and do. But this first video was kind of a sad parody of Kickstarter crap, with Gator trying to use iDubbbz's style of commentary to criticize Ian's own content, but this hardly landed.
Somehow this character has fooled over 100,000 people into thinking he's funny. Seriously though, hats off to you, Dubbzy. Over 100,000 followers, and these people don't even realize that the closest thing to comedy that you've done is bully other people's work. They don't realize that it doesn't take creativity to call someone retarded or an idiot, or say that they have a complete and utter lack of talent. Don't worry though, buddy. Your secret's safe with me.
It's the next video, which features iDubbbz's name in the title, that gives us the most insight into the story behind the Gators. In the video titled Fan Response to iDubbbzTV, Gator candidly sits down in front of a camera and explains exactly how the channel started, why the Kickstarter was made, and how they saw the first video from iDubbbz, and the thought process behind the responses to that content.
Hello everyone out there, and welcome to Gatorpoon. Today I wanted to take some time and address some of the questions and concerns that we get often from you guys. Basically it was all me. It was Gator's fault, I'm not gonna lie. When we started making these videos, we were literally just doing it to just fuck off. We were just fucking off. I mean, obviously there's no effort put into them. We literally would just sit down, and by the way, my fucking air conditioner's out, and we do sales. Sales is a high pressure job. It's easy to get down when you're being told no all day long, every day, and we like to sit there and riff on each other, like to, you know, just sit there and talk about a bunch of bullshit, just make up a bunch of shit. I don't know why, we just enjoy doing it. And I thought, hell, how about when we do that, I just set up a camera over here. It'd be funny, we'll film it, put it on YouTube, and, you know, see what happens. So we put it on YouTube, nobody watched anything, and we never thought anybody would watch it. But I did have a buddy tell me all about this Kickstarter stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I could do something like that. And I was thinking, you know, if there are people out there that like what we do, and I'm like, I don't know if there are, but if there are people out there who like what we're doing, just sitting here and listening to us talk, maybe they'll give us money, maybe they'll want more of it and sponsor us. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. I never really looked at it in the way iDubbbz kind of put it, and a lot of you in the comments have put it with the whole, that sounds kind of greedy. Sounds like we're not putting any work in and expecting to get something. I mean, honestly, we never really expect anything. That's why it was completely, you know, dry bones, as he put it. It was dry bones. I didn't put any effort into it. It took me 5 minutes to throw the thing together. And then, honestly, we kind of stopped filming. We stopped filming, and then out of nowhere one day, I go into work, and I just go to YouTube and I check it out, and I got a notification from one of you out there, I can't remember who, saying, check this video out. This guy, iDubbbzTV, just made this video about you. And I'm like, what? Who made a video about us? We're nothing. We have less than 100 views on all of our videos put together. And we click it, and I get the Gatorpoon, the whole group around it, and the moment it comes on, we're just smiling ear to ear. We loved every second of it. It was hilarious. And we deserved it. We deserved it. We had it coming. We were putting no effort into it. I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking, but it was funny. Another thing I get a lot of this with our first response video. People think we're whining, crying, whatever it is. And of course we are, yeah. I mean, technically that is what we're doing. But it was more of a sarcasm thing. And again, that was my idea. I said, okay, we got to do a response video. We just have to. And, at first I was kind of thinking maybe I'll do, an impersonation of iDubbbz, which I end up doing in the YouTube garbage video that we do. But I don't know, I felt like we should stay true to what we'd done before just that one last time. Just that one last time, because everything he made fun of us, everything in his video is us doing that. To come back at him with some edited, nice, planned video, it's almost like a slap in the face to the guy who just got us on the map, who just got us 14,000 views, 300 subs, whatever it may be. Like, that's all because of him. No one was watching us. We know this. And to come back and do something completely different than what we'd done before after he just made that great video, I felt like it was unjust. So instead, we stayed true with what we were. We just made a bunch of shit off the top of our heads. Told that guy to hop into it and make us look like idiots, and he did fantastically. And it set him up for an even better video, in my opinion. I love the Gatorpoon funeral even more. The phone call that he plans out between Poon and him is just, it's hilarious. I love it. We all loved it. We all think it's hilarious. Keep doing what you're doing. iDubbbz, we think you're great. Be honest with you guys, almost everything we do is sarcasm. Every bit of it is sarcasm.
This video had been the last of the batch which could truly be referred to as Gator and the Gang content. The previous video had in fact been a mock tribute to Tex, better known as... And indeed, for the years to come, Gator would become the only character to be found on the channel, with it and his other social media experiencing a rebranding into just GatorTheLegend. The last video to feature his friend for the longest time would be Haters Gonna Hate 4, Lovers Edition, in which a clip of Powowon is inserted, allegedly recorded from a cruise ship, and sent in later for Gator to use in the video.
Gator Squad. Hacked your stuff. Loaded myself into the password, snuck in like Metal Gear Solid, and I hacked your shit. I'm back. Your corporate ass tried so hard to keep me off these videos. Well, guess what? For the time being, for this video, I'm back.
He was not back. The very next video elaborated on his departure from the channel. Apparently, Pono no longer wanted anything to do with it, and demanded Gator remove his nickname from the channel's name.
As you guys know, Poon took a significant hiatus there for a while. He was gone for like somewhere between 15-20 videos. I mean, it was 2-3 months. And despite my best efforts, I tried to get him to make some videos and stuff, and he never did. I mean, he did make one video at one point. It was like 20 minutes long, and I guess he couldn't figure out a way to actually get that to me, so I never got a chance to edit it. That was until the most recent video you guys seen that he did get me some footage. My point is once he was gone for that long period of time, on our YouTube page, if you notice, I changed the profile pic, and I also changed the banner in the background with just me up there, because that's all anybody was seeing was just the Gator. And so I changed it. I don't know, I thought it made sense. Anyway, so after he did this video, and I mean, honestly, it was our fastest video ever to get to 1,000 views. I guess, I don't know, I guess someone's approached him, said they're willing to do some videos with him, maybe put some money into cameras and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how legit it is, but he also had this representative reach out to me with paperwork with basically a threat to send a cease and desist order to me to take Poon out of the title of our channel. And essentially, they gave me 72 hours.
And so the channel would be quickly rebranded, becoming GatorTheLegend as it is still known to this day. Over time, Gator took to referring to his fans as Gator Knights, and formed a fond relationship with many of them, interacting with them consistently in the comments and chats, and even collaborating with some of them. Another pivotal video, and one which gives us a proper, put-together timeline which makes my entire job pointless, was uploaded on May 19th, 2016, dedicated to thanking iDubbbz.
On January 9th, 2015, I uploaded my first video to YouTube. It was a video of me dancing alone in my office to Rebecca Black's hit song Friday. A couple months later, on March 9, 2015, Gatorpoon was formed and our first video was released. And then a couple months after that, on May 5th, 2015, Gatorpoon had stopped making videos due to a lack of action on the page, so Gator came up with this great idea to get some momentum going. I heard of a site called Kickstarter that could help us not only get people to come and find us, but also possibly raise some funds for us to maybe buy a camera or something as well. I figured, what could go wrong? Finally, on May 19th, 2015, a year ago today, a channel on the rise called iDubbbzTV discovered this abortion of a Kickstarter called Gatorpoon and thought to himself, this will be perfect for my Kickstarter crap series. And the rest, my friends, is, well, as they say, history. Now, this whole last year has been such a blessing and an eye-opener. I now understand the internet on a level that I had no clue even existed. So with that being said, and this being the 1-year anniversary of the Kickstarter crap starring Gatorpoon, I felt like I needed to make a video telling iDubbbz how grateful I am for everything that he's done for me. So iDubbbz, if you were watching this video, I just want to say thank you for everything. I hope over the last year, the growth of my channel and the video quality and me trying to take all the advice you gave me and apply it to my videos, I hope it's made you proud if you've watched any of them. And I just want to let you know, you're a god. And I hope everyone joins me in applauding you on being just days away from crossing 1 million fucking subs. I mean, come on, guys. 1 million fucking subs. That's insane. I mean, I think he was at 90-some thousand when he made that video of us just a year ago. In just a year, that's how much he's grown, from 90,000 to almost 1 million subs, and that's amazing. Keep it going, and thank you for entertaining us with your videos that you send out. Every single one of them is hilarious, and they just seem to keep getting better, and they just never disappoint.
Quick side note about that Facebook page. It too got rebranded into GatorTheLegend, but acted much less like a platform for Gator to share his own content, and more so a platform for sharing memes he found amusing. Such as this Chuck Norris meme, posted in 2016. Quick on the draw as ever. The Facebook page was still active enough well into 2020. GatorTheLegend uploaded a plethora of videos, most vigorously from late 2015 up to 2018, along with various one-off skits and commentary / vlog style videos came multiple long-running series. There was the aforementioned Haters Gotta Hate, with the last video to come out in 2019. Then there was Gators of Our Lives, a one-man parody soap opera series which actually had some good gags throughout it, and the editing, while cheap, was oftentimes effective at selling the shoestring budget parody vibe.
I'm pregnant! Who's the father? Both of you are!
The main pitfall in the series was Gator's overacting, which, while intended to add to the parody, did make the videos hard to watch at times. While still not the greatest content on YouTube, this series does show a pretty consistent uptick in video quality, effort, and writing. Although that does unfortunately mean that Gator's content was no longer 100% improv.
What the fuck did you just say? I just thought... See, that's the thing, Steve. You never fucking think. I'm going to kill Detective Kelly, and there is nothing you, or anyone else, or anything can do to fucking stop me. There is nothing you can fucking do.
Another decently enjoyable series would be the Advice series. Gator started with lessons in improv.
Now today, what I'm going to go over are just a few lessons that I would like to impart to you guys on how to become better at improv like we are.
Over time throughout this series, Gator would take on the persona of an overly confident, douchey YouTuber.
Jonathan, where the hell is my coffee? I don't give a shit that your grandma just died. Get the fuck out of here. You're fired!
Mostly sarcastically providing YouTube and comedy advice to his viewers. interspersed with self-deprecating humor and callbacks to the tumultuous past of the Fellowship of the Gator.
Being a successful YouTube star, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's pretty easy to do. It doesn't really take much effort or anything. Make sure you have a Kickstarter, very important. You can't be successful on YouTube without a good Kickstarter to get you started. I'm telling you, you guys probably don't believe this, but I made a Kickstarter once. Next thing you know, the views are just rolling in, the subs are just rolling in, the comments are just, they're just rolling in.
A series that causes me at least 5 points of HP damage every time I click on the videos within it is the boxing series.
Hey guys, what's up? So I'm gonna release this video. I gotta be honest with you. I did this video a while back and it is just awful. And I told myself I was never gonna release it. And the other day, I happened to show it to a buddy of mine because I thought maybe he'd think it's funny because it's just that bad. And he basically dared me to release it, and I'm not going to back down from a dare. So I'll warn you now, turn back, turn this video off, do not watch it any further unless you're 100% prepared for the amount of cringe you're about to experience.
Made as a parody of iDubbbz's bad unboxings, it features Gator, hilariously, doing the reversal and putting things in boxes.
If you see here, it says XL, so it's going to be for the much larger clothing that you might have later on your house, and you want to try put on and really enjoy yourself. Anyways, it goes in the box.
Gator, buddy, pal, good bit. You didn't have to do it 9 times, though. For the most part, all it is Gator playing a...
Today, drum roll, please. A machete! Look, everybody, I got this really cool, badass machete right here. It's really great for taking down all kinds of bushes and trees and other things that might get in your way as you're trying to make your way through the jungle.
A character I'm not allowed to describe as per YouTube's guidelines, and talking about random objects around his house before putting them into a box. Yeah. But now let's skip ahead a little to what is perhaps Gator's most well-received series of content on the platform. Following the release of iDubbbz Content Cop and diss track against Ricegum, aka Agent Jake Paul, Gator released a video of his own titled The Gator Helps Ricegum. In it, Gator attempts to reach out to Ricegum with his advice based on his own experiences with responding to iDubbbz, suggesting that he remains humble, grounded, and responds respectfully and with dignity.
Afterwards, the response was fucking awful. I mean, the like-dislike ratio on all my videos just went to shit. And for over 2 years after that, the like-dislike ratio on my videos was fucking garbage. It's still garbage. I mean, look through my videos. The proof is in the pudding. Look through my videos. And I understand my videos aren't that great, but for a channel my size, if you look at any other channel my size, the people that are following them are usually fucking fans that like your videos, and you have a positive like-dislike ratio. Even if you get a few dislikes in there, it's just the way it fucking works. But because I, didn't handle the situation with iDubbbz correctly in the beginning, I will have to maybe forever face this like-dislike curse.
The immediate follow-up to this video was called The Gator Fails Ricegum.
Oh my god, Ricegum, you little fucking bitch. You're a little fucking bitch. I did everything I could to help you 2 videos ago. I told you exactly how to respond to this shit. And you fucking, did yourself this time. Like, this is some of the biggest garbage, some of the most fucking just convoluted fucking self-absorbed fucking bullshit I've ever seen in my fucking life. I can't even fucking believe what I just saw. I can't fucking believe it.
In it, he talks about Ricegum's retorts. Shockingly, he had made a response video without remaining humble, grounded, and did not respond with respect and dignity. You can hardly believe it. He rapidly put out a series of similar videos, criticizing Keemstar and his impact on YouTube drama, Ricegum's diss track response against iDubbbz.
Stop it again. He's a school shooter now? What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't even like... This makes no sense. What is going on during this fucking diss track so far? All your disses are just made up bullshit. I could do that about anyone. Ricegum is a retard, and he sucks a lot, and he fucking eats a Taco Bell, and then he shits his pants. Like, you just make shit up, man. Oh, he sleeps in his mom's basement under some covers that his grandma knitted him over Christmas.
And Keemstar's Dollar in the Woods. That last one at his audience's behest. He had set it as a comment-like goal on his 4,000 subscriber special, posted on October 13th, 2017, though he had surpassed the number by a decent amount by that point.
And I was just at 3730 before I put my first video out a week ago. Like, you know, I had a bit of a hiatus there for like a few weeks or something like that, and I put that video out. Since then, I have gained over 800 subscribers. I am currently sitting at 4,500 plus subscribers right now. Holy fucking shit. Like, it's insanity. It's fucking insane. It's crazy because I didn't feel like, I didn't have these thoughts like, oh, this is the video, this is the fucking videos, these are the ones that are gonna fucking propel me to actually fucking get to the next level a little bit here.
All of this culminated in a sort of one-sided feud with Keemstar, and Gator getting blocked by the man on Twitter, out of the blue, despite being an earnest fan of some of Keemstar's content.
Keemstar's all that we have, and I tried to go there, and when I went to his page, it said that I had been blocked.
Man, I can't even begin to imagine getting blocked on Twitter for no reason at all. The block came in mid-December of 2017, but by rallying his supporters, Gator had gotten unblocked by Keemstar in January, releasing a celebratory video on February 1st.
There's definitely two guys in particular I really just want to show a huge fucking amount of gratitude towards, and just throw a big thank you to you guys. Fucking roll it.
Gator's been blocked on Twitter by Keemstar for no reason. And to be fair, I'd like to know the answer as well, Gator. I stand with you on this one. Send this Keemstar's way and make sure he lets you know. And Keemstar, if you want to ban me, it's at Van Berman. I'm not going to put it in there. But yeah, ban me too. What?
I stand with Gator. I stand with the Gator. I stand with the Gator.
The celebrations would, however, be cut short, as almost immediately after this, Gator would suffer gallstones and go into surgery. But when he returned, he brought with him a new series, one called Smalltuber News.
Welcome everybody to Smalltuber News. I'm your host, GatorTheLegend, and I'm here to get you caught up on the drama and news surrounding your favorite small YouTubers.
This was a video series which, as the name suggests, focused on discussing new releases, collaborations, feuds, and more between a variety of small tubers. YouTubers with small viewer counts and subscriber numbers, which Gator saw as up and coming on the platform.
Double JTV wife reached out to me on Twitter and informed me that her husband, Double JTV, is just days away from being able to live stream once more. If for some fucked up reason you haven't heard of Double JTV, he is an up and coming small tuber currently sitting at 230 subscribers.
Rather wholesome at its core, this series facilitated a number of collaborations between these YouTubers, as well as Gator himself, and the overall reception was overwhelmingly positive. The YouTubers enjoyed the shoutouts, even if Gator's own channel was just as small, and on some occasions, actually less viewed than the channels he discussed.
We have small tuber on the rise, PokeGirl7, who has recently hit 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers. But you think you're better than me because you got 10,000 subscribers? Oh, I got 10,000 subscribers. Gator wishes he had 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, you know, you're damn right I wish I had 10,000 subscribers. When I started this stuff, it was my entire goal to hit 10,000 subscribers.
Other times, Gator would gladly provide a small boost to these channels' viewer bases, such as the times he'd be featured on the Double JTV channel's podcast, one which ended its YouTube life at only about 400 subscribers. The show also featured the channel of Michael Malloy, Gator's father, who had taken up YouTube himself, and still uploads and streams on his YouTube channel frequently.
Our next story comes from someone very near and dear to my heart, my dad, rising small tuber Michael Malloy, who has just crossed 1,500 subscribers. Congratulations, Dad, on such an accomplishment. Just days after receiving your monetization, to then hit 1,500 subscribers? I mean, it has to feel amazing.
To gather stories to share on the show, Gator created a second Twitter account called Smalltuber News. But as of early 2019, that account has unfortunately instead become a crypto shelling platform for AMP. Occasionally, Gator would bring up his personal life in his videos, and sometimes feature his wife on his streams. Gator is, in fact, a father of 3 kids, and worked a full-time job alongside making his YouTube content, which would explain the sporadic upload schedules and the limited time Gator could invest in his content. Nearing the final stopping points of his YouTube career, Gator would upload less and less frequently, but the last few years would bring us a few exemplary videos. One of them would be Gator's take on making a bad unboxing theme song, as requested from the community by Idubbbz.
Bad unboxing, bad unboxing. This is a show where we do bad unboxing. Bad unboxing, I say bad unboxing. This is a show called Bad Unboxing. Bad Unboxing.
And the other, a surprise live stream, aired on June 9th, 2019. It opened with Gator sitting alone in the woods, streaming from his phone as usual, but soon enough, he'd be joined by a surprising guest.
Or he's on the other side of the country. I don't know. I can't remember which story I gave you guys. One or the other. You guys hear that? I think these woods are haunted. Oh my gosh! There he is! Oh my god! What is it? Oh my god, what is it? It's a poon!
After so many years, the man himself had returned to reminisce about the past, answer pressing questions, and entertain.
Was your bloody nose sleeping? You're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Thinks you're so criminal.
And I liked it. I liked the stream, honestly. I listened to it at work and it was just wholesome as hell, with neither of them taking things too seriously and just hanging out as buddies and pals. It showed that both of them had grown as people, didn't feel pressed to play up their characters, save for, like, playing into some old in-jokes, and it was actually fairly entertaining. Unfortunately, the traction Gator had gained from his videos recording Ricegum and Keemstar had run dry. The views on his videos had started to dip again, and the like-dislike ratios had gone wrong once more. Knowing that, it came as no surprise that 2018 saw far fewer uploads to the channel. The last of them, the first episode of Season 2 of Gators of Our Lives, on October 5th, followed by nothing. For over a year. Absolutely nothing. It seemed that Gator was truly done with YouTube. But he wasn't, as he would return at the start of 2022 to create more content, with rambling skits like his fans surely had grown to love one way or another.
And he's like, you shouldn't assume her gender. And I was like, I apologize. You know, I guess technically he's right. You know, I seen the movie Junior, and it is possible for other genders to get pregnant. That is a fact. So I did apologize to him for that. And going forward, I was like, hey, I'll be kind. I'm like, what does she prefer I call her? And he's like, you just said she, you just said her. He's like, and she is a she or her. So good job. You guessed correctly. And I was like, that's awesome. And he gave me a chocolate bar.
Releasing 3 videos over the course of the last year. And that's that. His Facebook page might not be active anymore, and his videos dropped in frequency and viewer counts, and his Twitter account's dedicated to hyping up crypto and another to dunking on Republican lawmakers in the replies, but he's still around. Still making content, despite the rocky start and consistent barrage of hate. It's commendable to keep going through all of that, especially considering the channel was, according to Gator himself, never even meant to really amount to anything. And having watched all of it, I can earnestly say I didn't hate all of it. I can't even say I hated most of it. And I certainly couldn't hate Gator or anything. This was a lot different than my other deep dives, and perhaps you might say I didn't really go too deep. But the truth is, unlike with the other characters I've looked at, Gator's laid out his life and thought process behind the projects fairly openly, even releasing videos which perfectly catalog the exact timeline of how things went down behind the scenes. So instead, I figured the best way to talk about him would be through his content. And at the end, I have to tell you, as Idubbbz once did, to look at his channel yourself, because I can guarantee you, you will find some laughs. And just like Idubbbz, I cannot tell you what kind of laugh it'll be, but you will laugh. Now, as for me, I have a flight to catch. There's someone else whose story ought to be told. But just so you don't get bored, allow me to leave you a little something here for you to enjoy. Ta-ta.
There's a very, very dark and stormy night. There's many things afoot, and there's things wrestling around. These group of kids, you could say these were silly teenagers. They didn't know any better. They were walking around in the woods. They were looking left and right. Guess what? They were looking for a camping site. You know what was looking? What else was looking? Monsters. It gets better. So they're looking around, they're like, hey, we're just teenagers, we like to have fun, we're drinking beer. We're not supposed to because we're not 21, we're teenagers. And they're drinking their brewskis, and they set up a campsite, and then they're like, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna set up my sleeping tent. So this guy... They didn't hear that. That's later. So this guy, he's setting up his tent. Setting it up, and he's like, oh, I missed some parts from my tent. I don't have the right type of stakes to put them in the ground. So he's like, I gotta drive back into town to get these stakes. It was still a little light, you know, it was a little dark, and it was like dusk. So he's like, I gotta go back into town. Oh, hey, let me go back into town, he says to everyone else, and everyone's like, okay. So everyone, there's a lot of food. And they start eating food and start drinking their brewskis. Teenagers. So they started doing that. And the guy drives into town. He goes into an Ace Hardware. He goes to the manager. Hey, I've been looking around for a little bit. I can't find any stakes in the ground to put in the ground for my tent. And the guy's like, oh, that's really easy to find. Let me lead you over. So the guy's really helpful. Gets him to go over to get stakes for his tent. Gives him stakes. This looks like it's a perfect match. And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, this looks perfect. Thank you very much. He pays $16.50 for 5 steaks. Remember that. 5. So he drives back to camp. He drives back. He realizes everyone was just chilling. So, whoa, you guys didn't help set up camp? And they're like, no, we're waiting for the stakes. He's like, oh, yeah, good point. So they set up the tents. So with a tent, what's really important is that you lay it out flat, and then you have the right, stuff to put out the tent. So there's some, I don't know the word for the thing. There's like crossbars, but they're bendy. It depends on the tent. But you get the cross bendy things. You gotta make sure that they're connected in the right way. That they're not connected in a bad way. And no rips in your tents. But you can repair that usually with duct tape or whatever. So you got all that, and then it's important to have stakes. So that's why that guy, let's call him Brett. Brett went and he got stakes put in the ground. And he put those stakes into the ground. He got all the tents set up. And it's also important on a camping trip, I don't know if you guys realize this, to have, enough food and water. Not like a survival scenario, but you guys want to have fun, right? So you guys make sure you have enough brewskis, you guys have enough food. That's what everyone else did. So everyone had a pretty good time, and they set up the tents, and it was just everyone had fun.